Hello. I'm not even gonna wait for till 5 minutes. I'm not even gonna wait. I want to stream now. Oh, you were going too far, little miss. Bet you didn't think you'd see me so soon. Hi, Sam. Also, hello, Legion. Hello, Shrook. Hello, Jig. Look at how our little tail curls. How sweet. I love mice. I love mice. How's it been going? Legion, you've been busy with D&D stuff? You ready to go back? Yeah. Yeah. It was really sweet of you to let my sister join. That was very nice. You're a good person. Aww. This is my mouse. She's just a little baby. Yeah, Cayenne's joining. Cayenne's character is literally the fucking funniest. Holy shit. I wish she was here to tell you about it, but she's playing, you should read her character bio. She's playing, the character that you all wanted to play. The frat boy. The bruh. Bro. But she's also a math nerd. She's playing, yeah, huge math nerd. Loud frat boy. Ladies' man hat. Has to be listening to music when casting spells. Wild magic. Wild magic sorcerer. Their thing is that they're bad with magic, but somehow made it into magic school. Go read that bio, I'm telling you. You gotta go read the bio. It's gonna be hilarious. And he's gonna be in so much trouble because he was not at the first day of school. Who would want to interview you? Exactly, Sloth. That's why I need help. My anxiety is going. Because it's come to the point where I need a job. Which means I need to do interviews. And I'm really bad at interviews. So I was hoping maybe you guys could help me out. And I could get some practice under my belt. But like I haven't applied for anything. And I'm anxious right now. Are you not good enough for the job? I'm good. I just suck at interviews. I don't like how it's laughing at me right now. Please stop. I used to interview people from my old company. I got you. I feel like I should call you. Because I think I have a little bit of time to think when I'm reading messages. But when I hear it. Can I call you, Sarman? You already did an interview just in character. Yeah, and it was terrible. Oh yeah, it's gotta be verbal and instantaneous. Are you at your PC, Sarman? I also got the job after one of my worst interviews ever. So, yeah, but here's a I feel like the jobs that I'm applying for, there's like a bunch of people applying for. And I feel like there's going to be a million of me applying for these graphic jobs. What kind of question would they even ask you? Why can't you be a guest on 2 streams in a row? No, they'll ask you about I don't know. I went to class for this too, and they gave us questions I can't remember because I'm having bangs. I'm anxious. Ah! Has to be eye to eye. I already struggle with eye contact in person. Describe my dream project. I'm sweating so hard. I know you can't see it. Okay. Tell you how I've developed my art career so far. See, what if I need to think? What if I need time to think? That's a good question. Let me think. I developed my art career by taking on personal projects and commission work and working with different brands that I thought I had things in common with. And I'm looking forward to all new projects that are coming my way. Was that good? I feel like that was vague. Why is art special to me? Art is special to me because everything you make has a fun personal touch. That was a bad answer. I'm working for a company. Art is special to me because there's something very satisfying creating stuff and seeing it get used and seeing it benefit a company. Sounded a little insincere. Which one? Why do you look like that? Oh, that's just how I was born. I'm sweating so bad. I don't know what they want. How did it sound insincere? How do I collaborate with other artists? I love collaborating with other artists. I think it's really fun seeing what everyone brings to the table and everyone incorporating their ideas and making something new and fresh that a single artist wouldn't have been able to come up with on their own. Yes, I have had a large amount of gums taken out of my mouth, and I still have a large amount of gums. Sorry. Yes, I have. No, I've never been convicted of a crime. I'm gonna do so bad. See, that's the one that I struggle with too, Simon. Because I know I have to make it personal to that company. What I will say is the one that I'm looking at right now, I knew that I want to work for this company when I went on their website, and the first thing I see is in their about page is a cute dog. How do I phrase that better? It sounded way better in my head. It's like a cute dog in an office with text bubbles. Yes, hello. I like my. It seems really welcoming. That's true. I see doggo want employment. First thing I saw was a cute dog. This company has its priorities in order. I really love the quirkiness in your page. The picture of the dog is a fantastic touch that adds a lot to personality. See, if I could just talk like you, Legion, I'd be hired. My hands are so sweaty. I'm getting flashbacks to when they asked me about my weakness and I said talking to people and my communication skills. I know. I learned, Legion. I did not get that job. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. It just comes out. For my weakness, I will say I'm a little shy in the beginning. I tend to be a little shy when I first meet people, but it's really easy to get me to open up. And then I can be loud and enthusiastic. It's not even true. I mean, you haven't seen me interact in person. You've seen me talk to my camera and people. It's the eyes. It's the eyes that freak me out. If I don't see your eyes, we're all good. We're all good. I think I'll do way better on Zoom too. Especially if I can minimize them and then look at myself while I'm talking. I ain't afraid of that bitch. Aren't you just getting more and more stressed by doing these pre-interviews? Yes. But I need to be prepared. I get nervous before meetings. I've never even been in a fucking meeting before. But letting them know that I do a lot of prepping is good. Just wear shades the whole time. Because the future I see here is so bright. Any other questions? Never get asked about my weakness. Wait, whenever you get asked, you say you're really chatty. That's a good one. See, I don't understand this one. When people say, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Am I supposed to say, hopefully I've made it up in the company and I've honed in on my artistic skills and have more projects under my belt? that good? Yeah, I guess. God, Emperor of mankind. Yeah, I was thinking I'd rule the world by then. 5 years is a long time. Graphic design interview questions and answers. How do you stay up to date on the latest design software trends? I stay up to date in the artistic loop by frequently spending time on social media and seeing what other artists are doing. How do I deal with negative feedback from a client? Apparently, the answer is designers should always take client feedback seriously. If the client is not completely satisfied with my designs, I listen carefully. Hi, Jig. Thank you. Sounds like you're gonna be on Facebook all day. I mean, but you want to be looking at other artists. I listen carefully to their requests and make changes based on those requests. Okay. How would you deal with negative feedback from a client? Any feedback from a client is important and needs to be taken seriously. If they're not happy with the project, neither am I. I tell them to stick it. I'm the artist. I went to school. I think I crushed that one. What skills and qualities do you think an exceptional graphic designer should have? I think they should be open minded. I think they should be willing to try new things. And I think they should always be looking at what other graphic designers are doing. Are those skills? Well, this says communication, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. This one says the answer is creative vision, innovative thinking, and project management. I basically said that. I don't want to sound like a robot. Tell me about your creative process. What steps do you take while designing? This says the answer is I never jump in and start designing right away. Grasp the problem client needs me to solve. Right. So you talk to the client first, do some sketching, explore multiple different options instead of just going with the first one. Always include the client in the design process, and then get feedback before presenting the final work. I wish I came up with that all in my brain. I'm just rephrasing what they said. I'm not gonna be able to remember any of this. First, I browse TikTok for 12 hours. Then I go get some Taco Bell. After I have a nap, maybe it'll come to me in a dream. Are you taking a test or something? I need a job, okay? And I'm super stressed out about the interview process. So that's what we're doing today. What job will you be applying for? Is this an interview question or are you just asking me? Why are you so stressed? Because I have anxiety, Ruined. Just don't. I'm trying. I'm literally at the highest for the medication that my doctor's giving me. I'm at the max that they make. And I'm still like this. Sweating so bad. And this isn't even a real interview. Just play a character for the interview, a perfect version of you. If you're driving and there's a group of 60-year-old men who are days away from curing all cancers ahead, slightly to your right, and a group of newborn babies in the pram slightly... You cannot drive between. This is a real interview. You were asked once. There's just a bunch of people in the road? Applying to work for a company. I'm gonna be applying to a bunch of places. What is it, Phoebe? Oh, no, no, no. I think you did well on it, strict hair. Yeah, I was sweating really bad there, too. Old men or baby? Well, for the greater good, you'd kill the babies if these guys are gonna cure cancer. What kind of job are you applying for? Graphic design. Tell me about any experience you have working remotely. How do you stay focused? Well, my remote experience would be school, which is fine because the job that I'm applying for, they're wanting 0 to 2 years experience. But when we did go into remote for school, I found that it worked really well for me because I am a good note taker. And I am good at making checklists, and I'm good at keeping myself on track and having good self-discipline. I already answered that question. What's the most difficult challenge you had to face when meeting a deadline? There was an important class project once where I had left my project in my school locker and it snowed and the whole campus shut down. So I was not able to go back into the school and get my project. So instead, because I knew it was an important project and I knew my teacher was strict on deadlines, I had to completely restart the project. And I had to weigh completely starting over or getting in trouble. How do I phrase that? I'm just gonna cut the weighing part out. I knew that the deadline was the most important thing to the teacher. Thank you for the follow. I don't have an interview. No, I don't have an interview. Did you get it in? I did get it in. Did you win some? No. What is your name? Okay, Jamie. No, it was a sculpture project. And the campus was closed for multiple days. So had it been one day, it wouldn't have been a problem. You're hilarious, Jamie. That's why I'm cracking up. My plan is just to be sincere, be honest, and keep my answers short before I start rambling. I think that's the best I can hope for. Your colleagues come in and are talking about other partners. Do you confront them, join them, or let it slide? I suppose the answer you're looking for is confront them. I'm trying to, Bastien. It's not going too great. I thought I was doing okay, and then it turned out it's worse than I thought. Yeah, I am the expert on me. You have one? Okay, Bastien. I've still got more over here, too. Okay, you were legitimately asked this in an interview. How long since your last joint? I've never had a joint. So, forever? Are you offering? Do I take it? Should I ask them if they're offering? No. What do you bring to the table? I'm friendly. I work well with other artists. And I like to try multiple different solutions to a single problem. Can we see your interview face? What skills? Those were skills. This is where I talk about how I have a lot of experience working with software like Photoshop, Illustrator, but I'm also good with traditional medias. Right? You look like you're in a hostage situation. I feel like I'm in a hostage situation. Okay, here's my sincere smile. Hi. I'm Courtney. Pleasure to be here. It's so cringy. It's so cringy. Tell them you went from bronze to diamond on Overwatch. This isn't a question, but just prepare yourself to be treated like an idiot for a good while. Fine, maybe I just won't smile then. Wait, I know why. I know why I haven't been answering well. I didn't look smart. There we go. Okay. And I'm good at taking criticism, and I'm always looking for ways to improve. And I never get angry, and I don't ever talk crap about companies online on Twitch. And I don't have a temper. You like the glasses, huh? Draw, write notes. I think I'm just gonna be doing a remote job, so it should just be online. This kills me to say, but your mom has hired lots of people. The thing is, I don't know that I'd be as nervous talking to mom. But yeah. I made that mistake once. I'm not gonna make the same mistake again. My Old Navy interview was a mess. That interview was weird. They made you bring in something for show and tell. They asked your whole life story. They made you go meet someone in the store, one of the other employees, find something you had in common, and then they were like, okay, so what was their name? And I'm like, I forgot to ask. And then I had the audacity to say, can I go back and ask them? So needless to say, I did not get that job either. The audacity on this one. So they wanted to see if you had people skills. Yeah, and this is the one where I told them my weakness is my people skills. You know where I didn't have to interview? Twitch. That'd be nice. Yeah. Yeah. Ask mom to ask. If I can get interviewed by her graphic design friend. Technically Twitch, this is the weird thing. You'd think I'd be really good. You'd think I'd be really good at this point, right? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I don't know. I could just try and pretend like I'm streaming. What if you stream while doing the interview? I think I could legally get in trouble, probably. Then we could feed you answers. Yeah, they wouldn't see me like reading. Oh, excellent answer, Shrook. Shrook says, I have good communication skills. How? I don't know. People don't know that they're being videoed? Wait, my stream has a delay. One sec. At least I can, if I need more time, I can be like, oh, you're cutting out. What was that? Oh, my most recent my most recent project. Yes. Okay. Okay. Are there any brands you admire, and what do they have? Wait, and do they have any influence over your designs? Actually, there are some brands that I really do admire for their packaging. Welly, they're doing a lot of fun things. They're a Band-Aid brand, and all of their packaging has different designs on them and different patterns. And they're a company that just has a fun personality to them. And Voodoo Donuts, yes. I appreciate companies that are willing to go out of the norm. Also mention you look forward to growing as an individual with the company. Yeah. Yeah. I think I said something like that earlier. Do you work better alone or as part of a team? Can I say both? Is it gonna... I would say I work equally well as part of a team and by myself. Because I'm really good at taking everyone's input and everyone's comments and adjusting my own work. And I always look for feedback on my own personal projects as well. Is that right? What sort of design projects are most of interest to you? I look forward to any kind of design project where there's an emphasis on color or typography. I think those are my areas of expertise. And they make me really excited. Brands, you aren't supposed to admire brands. This is where I go into about capitalism. Can you explain how you overcome a creative block? Ooh. I'm looking at the example answer. There's a lot of different ways to overcome a creative block. It kind of depends on the situation. Sometimes the best thing to do is search for inspiration. Sometimes you have to push right through it. And sometimes just taking suggestions from others is the best way to work through it. I feel like I'm getting better. I feel like I'm getting better. I'm a little more comfortable when it comes to specifically art questions because I have more that I can draw from. You hit yourself on the head? Oh. Where you can draw from? And then everyone laughs and they're like, "We love you, you're so funny. Have $1 million. Oh, thank you." Why did you want to become a graphic designer? Funny enough, I didn't start as a graphic designer. I went to school for animation. For the longest time, I thought I was going to be an animator working on children's cartoons. But while I was in school, I took graphic design classes and I fell in love with it. And I've been doing graphic design ever since. And I've incorporated my animation skills into motion graphics so that I can use it in my graphic design career. Great answer. That one I'm good at. That one I'm good at. What other skills do you have outside of graphic design? I like to try all kinds of different hobbies. Recently, I've taken up beading. Not like beating, but like beads. I don't beat my boyfriend. How was that? Call security. Nah, you poisoned him. I'm always looking for new ways to make art. New hobbies, new things to create and make. I'm not a good cook though. See, that shows I'm sincere and kind of funny, right? Can you show your best work? Here's an important question. Streamer, do you have a boyfriend? This is where I would always say, are you offering? Back in the day, man. Do you have a digitally accessible portfolio? I do. I created my digital portfolio through Adobe Portfolio. I actually have my business card right here. If you scan this QR code. Do you by chance go to Taco Bell? Yeah, I am actually the hot girl of Taco Bell. So, they're gonna see I have art all over. Can you tell me how your training is relevant to graphic design, to graphic designer position in our company? In school, we had to do all kinds of different projects. I have experience in packaging design, poster design, illustration, bag design, typography. I've done all kinds of different projects with success. With success. Have the mice on your shoulder. They will not forget you. What I really, really like is the one that I do want to interview it for. They want you to send them an email, and they want you to start it off with a fun fact about you. And what they're looking for is that you're enthusiastic, you're flexible, you're a perfectionist, and you're timely. And I am those things. It'd be a dream to get this job, honestly. It's remote. 40K to 55K. Pretty good. Generous paid time off, holidays, medical insurance, vision insurance, dental insurance, life insurance, disability insurance, and a 401k. And they're not looking for experience. And it's remote. It says full-time. I don't care what the hours are. I don't care. No, I'm gonna say that my fun fact is that I keep my Halloween decorations up all year. My resume also has a fun fact on it. Because I hate boring resumes. It says, in my free time, I enjoy being a part of... What does it say? Online... It's something... I phrase D&D a different way. Hosting game nights and taking care of my pet mice. What is the fun fact? My fun fact is that I keep my Halloween decorations up all year. But also this job, it's all designers. Like it's a company that you go to and you're like, oh, I need a designer. So you're a content creator. I don't want to say that because I don't want them to go to my Twitch. Okay. What sets you apart from other candidates, and how would your talents fit with our company? That one's a tricky one. That one's a tricky one. I can't say that to them that it's tricky, though. You have a pet rock? That's pretty cool. I know help. That's fine. Don't worry about it. What was the question? What sets you apart from other candidates, and how would your talents fit with our company? I think for this particular company, why I would fit is because I've been told with a lot of my projects that they do have a breath of fun to them. While I can create more professional looking things. I already failed. I can create both corporate professional designs and fun, non-traditional experimental designs. Professional fun. Better word for fun. But fun's what I'm looking for, though, you know? What's your art focus? I'm a graphic designer. I specialize in digital art. I like working with typography, color, and illustrations. I think that went pretty well. Do a portfolio site set up? I do have a portfolio site set up. I just don't know that I can show you guys because I don't want to dox myself. But I do have an Instagram that you can check out. Is it just... Nope, that's not the one. Nope. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I can't find it. I don't know my own commands, apparently. Motion design! That was my focus, actually, in school. I was a motion graphics designer. I do prefer just not animation as much, but I can do both. You run an animation studio. Holy cow. Is it a big company or small to mid? I'm getting mid vibes, but it isn't DC, so I'm not really sure. So, do you have any tips, Toad, for interviewing as for creative jobs? I did not go to MICA. Do we know the brand? I don't think so. It's not really a brand. It's it's like a creative group. I'm trying to look. It's a creative branding agency. So you go to this company and you're like, I need a designer. And they'll be like, oh, okay, here's a designer. I don't live in DC. I don't live in DC. It's an agency. Yeah. I don't want to tell you guys, because then if I do get the job, you guys will know my place of employment. Not that I don't trust you, but I think there's some things that I probably shouldn't tell a bunch of people online. You feel me? Totally. Thank goodness. If you were designing a new logo for our company, what would you envision? Don't ask me that. What if I said that? Don't ask me that. I wouldn't get the job. If I were to create a logo for this company, I think it'd be important first to learn about the company history so that I can make the best logo that suits you. Yeah! Woo! I answered that one right, didn't I? Literally, oh my god. That freaking Old Navy interview. They were like, so what do you know about our history? Guess what I said? Guess what I said? Somebody guess. This is the worst interview I've ever had. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna show you. Old Navy. I'm gonna show you their site. That's not the right one. That's the wrong screen. Shit. Whatever. This is Old Navy. It's like clothing, all ages. Okay. They said, what do you know about the history of our company? And I said, I know that you sell jeans. Maybe they'll think it's endearing, Legion. Man. Suppose for a second that your house was ransacked by thugs. Your family was tied up in the basement with socks in their mouths, and you try to open the door, but there's too much blood on the knob. Anyway, the question is, what's your favorite color? Orange? You just need to say it more comically. Anyway, I got mad respect for anyone who made it past the Old Navy interview, because holy shit. That was brutal. My only other advice is lie your ass off. If I start rambling, things go bad. I just need to keep it simple. And I know that's not always the best thing for an interview, but it's the only way to keep me on track and not say something really fucking stupid. Be honest, would you hire me? You can't say I don't have personality. I do not. I did take a CSS class once, though. What am I hiring for? Who else is applying? Art. I'm hoping that my portfolio just speaks for itself. At least if it's an online, I can maybe have some notes to cheat off of. I can just be kind of subtle and nodding and looking down when they're asking the question. Good question. Well, I'd have to say this and this, but also this and this, and sometimes this and this, but in the end, great success. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, Toad. It's good advice. I don't know any artists, so yeah, I guess. You always know what to say. You always know what to say, Bastard. One of the things that I do enjoy about the idea of working at an agency is working on multiple different projects rather than sticking to one brand. I'd like the opportunity to try multiple different things and branch out and learn. So that you do Twitch. See, that's what my mom was saying, because I made all of my Twitch stuff, and she was like, you should be showing that you marketed yourself, made all this stuff, and are successful with it. But I don't really want them to be coming to my Twitch page, because I say some naughty words sometimes. I say some bad words. So I don't want to be harming myself. I currently am doing a lot of freelance work. And that's been really fun for me to work with different companies and help them succeed. It's been a lot of local work, so it's important to me to see them thrive. And it's giving me practice just creating whatever comes up, whatever they need. I really don't want them coming to my Twitch. I have had it, I do have it in my resume that I have been making stuff for creators. I've been doing that for a long time. Which do you value more, high skill or high effort? From who? Like from me? Or if I'm hiring someone? I believe that high effort will result in high skill. High effort will eventually result in high skill. I already answered your question. I'll hit him with that. I already answered that. Man, if I could just be straightforward, that'd be awesome. That's a dumb question. No, let me ask you questions. Why would I want to work here? What would your employees say that you need to improve on? How often... No, how do I phrase this? What's the average time that someone stays at this company? What do you have to show for your success over the past 5 years? Where do you see the company in 5 years? Where do you see me in 5 years? No, I'm being computational. I want to be an interviewer. I want to interview people. How do I do that over Zoom though? I'm so bad at eye contact. I don't like not being the one in control. I don't like it. If I'm in control of the situation, I do great. I did great at the desk job at the college. Cause I was in charge. Nice comforting smile and a little twerk. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. If you arrive in the break room and there is pizza slice, there's only one slice left, do you take it? Well, it depends on how long the pizza's been there and if everyone else has had their own slice. Have I had a slice yet? Is there pineapple on the pizza? You're gonna pay someone to eat it for you? No, I haven't had a slice. It's still hot. I work here too. Yeah, I'm gonna take that pizza. I also like cold pizza. Cold pizza is really good. I think I do prefer it too, sometimes. I think it's just because I don't really like melted cheese that much. I like my cheese solid. I'd hire you. Cold pizza can go a long way. If you said that in my interview, I would write something down on my clipboard. No further questions. You can leave. Not like rock cold. I don't know. I think I like it cold. I like it right out of the refrigerator. Wrapped in tinfoil. Delicious. Yummy. Hmm. Innovative design. I can do innovative design. I'm a problem solver. I do have a degree in design. I do have a portfolio. I can work on multiple projects. I'm really, really good with deadlines. Oh yeah, you smart. You hired again, times 2. Okay, let's say a subordinate criticizes you and is mildly rude about it. In that situation, I think I'd ask them to clarify, and if it really bothered me how rude it was about it, how rude they were, I would ask them maybe if they could explain to me why they're upset so that we can fix whatever underlying problems are. My weaknesses. I did have a prepared answer for this one. I completely forgot. Challenge the subordinate to a dance off. I'd show them my sick moves. What did I say my weaknesses are? What did I say? I had a decent answer for this one. I think I said I could be overly critical of my own work. I said anxiety. I honestly would probably say that too. Sometimes I'm over prepared. And then I show them my D&D binder for a campaign that never happened. Let's say a subordinate tells you that you have really big hands. I would say thank you. Better for designing with. I can hold a big coffee cup. When given the choice between the way you are told to do something and the best way to do something, which would you choose? I think it would depend on who is giving me the instructions. But maybe I could incorporate both and find a nice common ground. Big hands are for tickle bitties. Better to cusp? Is that the word I'm looking for? Your mama's badonkers with? See, this is why I don't want them to come to my Twitch. Don't say that. This is why I don't want them coming to mommy milkers. No common ground. Well, I am a problem solver, and I do believe there's a solution for every problem. Choose! Choose! If it's something that I am the expert in, I think I would choose the most efficient way. Thank you, 00. You're usually pretty PC on Twitch. Yeah, but I don't want to have the lingering thought that maybe my boss could be watching. I already have the lingering thought that family members are watching me, so... Krunk, thank you. How's your sleep schedule? Are you more of a night owl or an early bird? Is this an interview question? Am I supposed to say early bird, even though I really am a night owl? I could say that I'm a night owl because I just saw a booby. Anyway, I'm a night owl because I enjoy nightlife, especially First Fridays downtown, where I can appreciate the new art being put out, the new local art being put out. See how I turned it back around into an art thing. You pour the bowl. Oh, I like the answer. What do you think about working on the weekends? I think that if the project called for it, sometimes that's what you gotta do. It wouldn't be my preference, but sometimes the project needs to come first. And then I say, just kidding, I don't want to work on the weekends. If you make me work on the weekends, I will quit. The company asked for too many hours and you couldn't stream. That's BS. No. I'd be really, no. 40 hours? I think I could still find time to stream. Streaming has become a part of me. Yeah, I've been working on my LinkedIn. Pour milk first, then cereal, then the bowl? Ooh, no. Y'all are funny, huh? Where do I see myself in 5 years? I see myself with a cat. And stable income. You Americans sure grasp sarcasm. Mm-hmm. I've never used sarcasm once. Is it sassy or catty? Both. You're behind one day and can catch up if you skip lunch. What do you do? I think that it's important to take breaks, especially as an artistic person, because stepping away from the computer so you can get a fresh view of your work is one of the best things you can do for yourself. Good answer. What's something that you didn't like about your last job? What was my last job? Let's see, I was working at the esports arena. Something that I wasn't too fond of my past job was that we didn't have much interaction between the workers and our bosses. And if you wanted to communicate with your boss, you had to message them and wait a couple days. There wasn't much instructions being given. And if there were problems, we found out about it at the end of the month, only at our meetings. Is that a bad answer? I mean, it's the honest answer. What would your cat's name be? That's a really hard one. I'm really fond of the name Margot. And then it could be Lil Go-Go. Customer is insistent you go and search for an item you are certain we do not have. What do you do? I think it's important that the customer feels validated and that I would go look regardless of if I thought we already didn't have it. I think there's no harm in going and making sure. And if it's not there, you come back and you explain to them that you looked and you don't have it. Yeah. Twist it with a few positives and then bad stuff in a soft way. This maybe is where I bring up the Twitch. I think my most significant achievement, in all honesty, what? Is that I have a great community of friends that I've built up. Fuck yeah. I've made a good social media presence and I've made a lot of friends and I have a good support system behind me. You are certain we don't have it and you still look. Yes. I need to go see what's going on. I'll be right back. My significant achievement is my hot ass. Saying I shouldn't walk in like that? I shouldn't say that? Courtney, nice to meet you. They go to shake it, I go. Give an example of when you showed initiative. There were a couple examples in school when we'd be working on group projects where we just didn't have a clear direction. And what the group really needed was leadership and somebody to take over. So there was a project where I don't know. I'm lying out of my ass right now. Um there was an example where I was working in a group. I was working in a group where there needed to be a 3D model made, and we needed an idea of what the character would look like. And so I did all of the character sketches, so that we had a direction that we knew to go with. Are you innovative? I try to experiment in as many ways as I can when it comes to art. I always look for different solutions. It's a friendly competition going on between workmates. Would you bend but not break the rules to win? If it's a friendly game, I don't think there's any harm in having a little fun. But I don't believe that you should be breaking the rules. It depends on if my workmates are also. I don't know. I don't know how you answer that. What are you really looking for from me, huh? What's the answer you wanna. What do you wanna hear? But bending the rules? I believe that you should never bend the rules. I don't feel like that's the answer either. What's the right answer? Hi, Owen. Don't call us, we'll call you. Interview failed. If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be? Hmm. I always thought invisibility would be cool, but I don't know if that's what you want to answer for an interview. You aren't getting hired by me. We know why you'd like to be invisible. I'd like to see the future so that I can make the right decisions for this company. I always liked the idea of being invisible because I was a huge fan of The Incredibles. I need to just work on giving things a cute spin. I gotta lean into my. You know? Actually, I'd like to time travel so that I could have the best Animal Crossing island ever. What is every human's biggest threat? Probably their own greed. Does that make me sound like human beings are bad? Or is this where I'm like, we're destroying the environment? Taking an arrow to the knee? Okay. Hustle, loyalty, respect. Loyalty, respect, then hustle. For me. But the right answer is probably respect, loyalty, then hustle. Black hole being catapulted through space at near light speed. I'd say that's a pretty big threat. Hi, Thibby. Ooh, tell us about yourself. Well, I recently graduated with my arts degree. I enjoy playful illustration. I have a love for my pet mice. My first drawings were all of cats. I drew a lot of cats when I was little. And I enjoy playing games with my friends on Wednesday nights. I think that was good. That was alright. Define respect? Fuck if I know. And not Sunday? And Sunday. Well, I didn't know if I would have. I have game nights on Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. And sometimes Saturday. I don't want them to know that I'm that big of a fucking nerd. My strengths are that I'm organized. I need to get some good weaknesses, though. Do you stream on Sundays? Sometimes. My weaknesses. I can be blunt. I like direct communication. It doesn't sound like a weakness, though. My past employers would all say that I'm very friendly. I'm good at making friends in the workplace. It's a good weakness. That's where I say I'm blunt, but it's because I value direct communication. And I think it's easier to get things done. My favorite brand, I did talk about this earlier. I really enjoy Welly as a brand. They're a Band-Aid company because they have all kinds of different designs on their packaging. They don't just stick to one thing. It's got many different faces as a company. Interview back on. We might actually call you. Hell yeah. Ooh, are there any mistakes you've made as a designer? What did you learn from that experience? One mistake that I've made before is not going back and checking my spelling multiple times, and I learned the value of having other people proofread your work before you submit it. That's a good answer. You cannot tell me that's not a good answer. We weren't going to, but direct communication is good. I think we're getting somewhere. I've stopped sweating. I think we're getting way better. How about this? Before my interview, you guys mock interview me, and then I get all the nervousness out, and then I'll be ready. How about that? I could do that. Maybe you're dehydrated. Maybe. Oh, what do they ask nowadays? They are probably going to ask a lot about social media. For me, my favorite social media is Instagram because it has a very large art community and it's a very picture based. But I also spend time on TikTok as well because it's new and up and coming, and there's a growing art community on there as well, especially for creators who want to sell their work. Especially when it comes to like traditional mediums. But I believe that Instagram is still the best place to find digital work. Not for art, not for creators. You have to have a social media. That was part of our portfolio classes. We had to have a social media. And you got graded based off your success. So, yeah, I don't know. Twitter can be a little too controversial sometimes. That's where I can say I'm not a huge fan of Twitter because of the drama. Would you consider the basis behind your own individual art style? I like to not worry about having one specific art style because art is constantly changing, but I will say that what I've noticed is that I continuously show very bright and colorful pieces. Keyword is favorite. That implies that you like one. Which social media do you hate the least? You know what? I'd love to be interviewed by you, Bastidian. If I pull up and Bastidian's there, I'm just gonna give him to him straight. Why do you want to work here? I fucking don't want to work here. I need money. Do you want to fucking be here? No, didn't think so. You are being interviewed by me. I mean, like, legitimately. Like, if I was trying to get a job from you. What music genre do you listen to? I like to listen to some classic rock, some soft rock, some blues, some jazz. Big Fleetwood Mac fan. I saw them in concert once. I'll interview you. Okay. But I also feel like saying a little bit of everything, even though it's true, is like the most boring answer. Do you want me to call you, Icebox? Or are you gonna send me answers? Send me questions. My musical tastes aren't confined by genre. It's 8:41 p.m. for me. On Sunday, I will grill Kyan in the interview portion. Don't say it like a knobhead. Joke's on you, I don't know what that means. Classic sitcom trope? I don't know what that means. Am I calling you or not, Icebox? Your piece? Oh, you're gonna interview for me? I see, I see. Well, knob is a penis. What's that? You. I'm a penis? I don't have any questions yet. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna like have a final test now. I thought after all this practicing I was gonna get a test. I was gonna close the chat so I couldn't see. What games do you like to play? In the past I played a lot of Overwatch and Valorant. But on stream I like to play more cozy games and story games. Right now I'm really enjoying Little Witch in the Woods. It's a very, very cute game. I would recommend it. If you could start your career over again, what would you do differently? I would have spent more time focusing on art and building a portfolio. I think I would have taken my high school classes a little more seriously. I also would have taken more classes in college, especially classes like printmaking and ceramics, so I could have done more, learned more medias under my belt. But unfortunately, they did take away those classes before I was able to take them. Your boss asks you to do something that breaks safety regulations but saves massively on time. I would stick to the safety regulations. Oh, the key is to say not a thing. What a good answer. I'm just being honest. I'm the type to always be looking for ways to improve. Well, you guys have been a massive help, I will say. The anxiety's gone down, at least for today. Show and tell. Okay. This is a batik that I made several years ago. It's one of the most fun things that I've ever made. It's cloth and dye, and these blank spaces are made by putting wax on it before you dye it, and then you crumple it all up and you throw it in black ink, and it's all layered, and then you clean all of the ink out and you flatten it out. And then this border is important to me because my grandpa and I worked on it together. It wasn't part of the assignment to have a border on it, but I saw a way that it can be improved, and then it was also a fun bonding time with my grandpa. What a fun little piece. Cool. Yeah, I like it. One of the more fun things I've made. You like nature stuff, so it's a bonus point? I do love some leaves. How successful do you think you've been so far? I measure my success in how proud I am of my accomplishments and my work. So I'd say I'm pretty successful. You into zodiac astrology shit? I'm into the aesthetic of it. I don't really have much knowledge about zodiacs. What have you guys been up to, huh? I feel like I made this whole stream about me. Good, you're hired. Good. I did it. Anyone do anything cool? Anyone do anything awesome? No rock, moon, zodiac shit in our company. Discriminating. What's the argument for discriminating? Congrats, only two cavities. Sorry to get that shirt. No, not the yin yang. I actually never noticed that. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that before. I thought it was all moons. Because they say that your personality is based on when you were born. Hmm. Let's do what? Interview? Yes. Does that make me not hireable to you, Westinian? Yes. Alright. I'm closing chat. You guys can't help me. I'm nervous. Will you call me? Or no, I'll call you. It's okay. I'm so nervous. Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Have a seat. Can you hear me right?
Yes, I can hear you.
And your name was?
Courtney. What's your name?
My name is Billy Bob.
Hello, Billy Bob. Nice to meet you. Nice weather out.
It's kind of rainy outside, but yeah, I guess it's kind of nice.
I enjoy the rain.
Oh, not me. Not so much.
Something different for everyone, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah. So what attracted you to apply in this position?
Just one second. I've been told that we can't. You're. They can't hear you.
They can't hear me.
Hmm. Okay. Sorry. Could
Testing
you
one,
repeat
two,
that?
three.
I didn't
Testing
hear
one,
you.
2, 3. Well, of course you weren't buying more time. I
No, no,
said,
no.
what attracted you to apply for this position?
Well, when I looked on your website, I saw that you had a very fun, creative-looking company, and I thought that I might be a good fit for this position.
I see. Sorry, I'm just writing that down.
Oh, no worries.
What has your typical role on your team been?
I see myself as a filler. I'll take whatever position needs to be taken if there's not much direction on the team. I have no problems being a leader, but if there is strong leadership, um, I'm also very comfortable in the leadership position as well. It's really just based on whatever the team needs.
Okay, I see. Um, what motivates you to work?
I like to be constantly making things. I think it's very satisfying. So coming to work and having a new project is always very exciting.
Okay. Well, name a work accomplishment that makes you proud.
For me, what's I'm most proud of is when I give my final design out and the client loves it. There's nothing more satisfying than that. And if they're not fully happy with it, then I'll go back and tweak it so we can reach that really happy moment.
So it's more of seeing the reaction to your work.
Yeah, as an artist, it's really important to know that my work is received well by the client because if they're not happy, I'm not happy.
How do you define hard work in the workplace?
I think the most important is improving yourself and the company as well. So as long as there's growth being shown.
Okay. What are some weak points you can work on?
Sometimes I can be a little too blunt, but that's only because I enjoy direct communication. Um, yeah.
Do you have any examples of this?
Yes, of course I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sometimes if a client isn't very clear about what they want, I'll tell them that I really need more examples so that we can figure out what'll make both of us happy.
Okay. What are your greatest strengths to a company?
I am very punctual. I'm good at taking notes and I'm really good with self-discipline.
Okay. When conflict arises at work, how do you handle it?
I think it's very important to talk to people directly. And if that doesn't work, then sometimes you need to talk to someone above and have them in the situation as well. But really, you should always start with the problem directly and see if there's not a way to satisfy both parties.
How do you deal with tight deadlines?
I think that taking a lot of notes is really good so that you know the level of what needs to get done and what is top priority. I like to organize my priorities so that I can see what needs the most attention and then work from there.
Can you describe your ideal workspace?
My ideal workspace would be many creative minds working together so that we're not just going in one direction and we have lots of different input coming through.
Okay. Can you outline the process and how you set up goals?
When setting up goals, I think it's good to look at maybe what's not working and what's working well, and work on the weaknesses and see
Okay.
how can I make this a strength rather than a weakness.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I would like to see myself well improved, maybe with a larger portfolio, having learned more skills, and just become a better designer in general. Widen my tool belt.
Okay. And I think that pretty much covers it. Just do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I'm curious about what the workplace for this company is, and what are you guys really looking for in a designer?
To be honest, nobody here can draw, and we're just looking for somebody who can draw. And
Oh,
it's kind of embarrassing because we just have some guy in the back drawing stick figures, and we need a little more class.
yeah, I would love to help you guys with that. I think I'd be a good asset to you.
Well, thank you for your time.
Yep.
This was wonderful, and I stand up
I
and I shake your hand.
My hands are so sweaty. I don't know that I should shake your hand. Thank you.
So you rejected the handshake.
No, no, no. I was talking to Icebox. I would shake their
Oh,
hand. I maybe try to.
did you shake or not?
No, I while I'm standing up, maybe I subtly try and get some of the sweat off, and then,
Oh, gotcha. All right. Well, thank you
or
for your
maybe I'm
time.
holding my notebook and then I set my notebook down. And then,
Okay.
thank you, Icebox. How did it go? Was it okay? I know it
Yeah,
got
it
a
was
little
good.
rough in the middle,
No, I think you did well. A little shaky
a little
and a few
shaky.
questions, but you got through it.
Yeah, I sure did. Thank you,
Great.
Icebox.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, chat. Do I want to read these comments? Not the me fumbling on the weaknesses. Your eye movements. I know. I know. I think it went okay. I think it went okay. The weaknesses one needs some work. I think that's the one I'll have written down. I'm sweating so hard. Holy cow. Are you a little impressed? I think that went well for how we started. I didn't say I had bad communication skills. I tried to be sweet, sincere. Very impressed. What if they hit you with, can I see your notes? Yeah, you can see my notes. Would they ask that, really? It just says smile, make eye contact. I wasn't trying as much. I should have been focusing on this too. What if they hit you with, you got an OnlyFans? No. You should say no. Okay. Going to sleep. Good luck with the interview. Thank you. I don't actually have an interview set up, but if I do, I'm more ready than I was before. I think I should stick with not blunt. I don't think blunt should be the weakness. I need to have a weakness that I have an example of. Should I say that I can sometimes over prepare? I couldn't though. You saw it. I couldn't make up a blunt story. Who will check you? Okay. I can tend to be blunt, but it's because I value direct communication. One time my feedback was asked by a friend on their project, and I did not think that the project was going to succeed as it was. So I told them how I felt and I helped them improve their project and fix the tiny flaws. I don't think I could have come up with that in the moment though. Put your feet on the table to assert your dominance. Okay. Okay. I'm exhausted. Ugh. All this sweating. I'm gonna go relax. Probably do some art stuff. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for helping me. Yeah. Some questions. Yeah. Alright. Thanks, Legion. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you for all the luck. It was just me. Stop sweating. That's what I'm worried about. Then after done, they're like, Zame, this mommy magnifico. One can only hope. Alright. Later, Gators. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the newbies that came in. You guys were all lovely. I'll see you again on Tuesday. Same time, same place.